TRW, playing here Royalists and Roundheads 1, using the Royalists and Roundheads 3 rules, and using the corrected tables from Royalists and Roundheads 2. I wanted to play a battle on the larger end of the spectrum, so I'm getting to Naseby now. I've wanted to play this game off and on for quite some time. Probably the most serious issue that was keeping me from breaking out and trying Naseby is the morale problem. Royalists and Roundheads 1 has printed morale values that are on average one number higher than in Royalists and Roundheads 2 and Royalists and Roundheads 3. Having played 2 and 3 and knowing that I like the effects of that morale, so the morale range typically in volumes 2 and 3 is 6 to 9. The range here is 7 to 10 for volume 1. So, thinking about some different approaches, this is actually the approach that I'm trying this time. Substituting an 8-sided die with a 6-sided die. So this, and I found a calculator online that allows me to look at percentages and the bell curve rolling a number of dice even when they're different number of sides. So I was able to check, one 6-sided plus one 8-sided, and the bell curve and the percentages look like they should work. Okay, so that's what I'm trying here. All morale checks will be 1d6 plus 1d8. This is already the start of turn 3, which is the 1100 hours turn. Oh yeah, I want to talk about Naseby. I want to talk about the battlefield, really, and the map. Battlefield and the game map. But the battle is underway. Let's see, Rupert? Yeah, Rupert's Royalist cavalry has already smashed into... I can't say smashed in. They've made contact with... I wish I could... With... Ireton. With Ireton's Royal Parliamentary Cavalry. So, yeah, Royalist side, Charles I. Rupert's cavalry has made contact with the Parliamentarian left, which is cavalry under Ireton. Okay. The map. In what order? Okay, I guess I'll talk about the battlefield first. Before I started playing, I looked up a number of different maps of the battlefield for Naseby, and that's before I even set out before I put a single counter on the map, I should say. I looked at again, a number of historical maps for Naseby, and the game map here is not too bad. What do I mean by that? I found, so this is labeled Dust Hill. Yeah. This level 2 here is labeled Dust Hill. The maps I had it back farther down here, but it's okay. General idea here. This is Mill Hill, and that's in the right place from the maps I looked at. this row of hedges. Actually, the maps I saw showed it going much farther, but there is. So here's a row of hedges, and the maps I was looking at show a row of hedges over here. This one, Longhold Spiny Woods, is right where I found it on the maps. This is Longdale's cavalry here, and they started back here. And the maps I was looking at had Longdale right there, with his left resting on Langdale, resting on the woods there. This road, not named, but this road and that road, clearly on the maps I was looking at, just off the screen here is the village of Naseby. Let's see, the town of Naseby. That's right for the maps I was looking at. Now, what's different? They say a red hill. They call this Red Hill. I didn't find any reference to Red Hill. And also, one of the maps I was looking at called the area between Mill Hill and Dust Hill Broadmoor. Now maybe that was only Broadmoor in name at the time that the battle was fought, or maybe it was not militarily significant terrain. I'm not sure, but yeah, Broadmoor. Now, the general layout of the map general layout of the battlefield with the historical maps I was looking at looks good. Here's a big problem. I don't know if it's a problem. Here's what really threw me off. The maps I was looking at showed both armies, so the Parliamentarian army and the Royalist army. The maps I was looking at showed both armies absolutely perpendicular to this road right here. Like that and like that. And the problem here is the grain of the hexes is going the wrong way. I mean, you have the grain going for these rules with the fronts facing vertices. I mean, you're oriented this way or this way, but not this way. So that's why there's some odd orientations here. Now, I'll say two things about this. One, I started playing anyways, and I think I'm having enough fun. I can just continue and just kind of, I mean, now the formations have moved around a bit, so it doesn't appear to be too much of an issue now. However, the second thing I'll say is that, if I were starting over again, I don't see why I couldn't, although here's the thing though, the map showed the armies perpendicular to the road, but that aside, maybe in game terms, I could have the Royalist army here, still have the left resting on Longhold Spiny. So here I'll go ahead and do that. And the right should not reach to the hedge, so maybe to here maybe. So between here and the woods would be the Royalist army, and then the Parliamentarian army could go from Naseby Covert here this way, and which would make some sense in that they would be parallel to the crest there. I think in game now these Parliamentarian dragoons, I would push them back, but actually that would work. Again, other than the fact that, well, I should say the things that are right is that Naseby village town is more or less directly behind the Parliamentarian center, and again, the relationships between the woods here, the hedge, the woods there, and the crest might be good enough. I don't see why that couldn't be done. Yeah. All right, so turn, again, the third turn, the 1100 hours turn. Scenario specific rules. I'm trying to remember if there are any. Yeah, the baggage trains. I guess I'll mention that. That's really the only thing to mention. And this is not typical for these battles for Royalists and Roundheads, but there is a back here by Naseby village is a baggage train with a baggage guard right there, and okay, so the rule for this is the baggage train. The parliamentary baggage train counts as 3 victory points for the Royalists if destroyed. The baggage train is eliminated if it suffers a step loss or is required to retreat as a result of a morale check. Now, having talked about the baggage trains and put them back here, again, the maps I was looking at showed the Royalist right cavalry. They swept through here, and they actually went back there and overran the baggage train. So maybe that'll be recreated here. All right, yeah, I would say that's the only scenario-specific rule. The battle goes quite a ways, goes to 2000 hours, so this is not a short battle. We have had 2. Okay, this parliamentary cavalry and this parliamentary cavalry were both routed. This one just recovered last turn. This one failed to recover and so routed again. That's about it for the actions so far. Change orders. Well, I guess I should talk about the orders. So the parliamentary army is easy. So we've got Cromwell's cavalry over here on the parliamentary right with a stand command. The center is there's an infantry center under Skip-On. Well, I guess I should talk about talk about their capabilities. So Skip-On has a command value of 2 there, below average. Command span of 6, that's not bad, and a +1 combat modifier, melee modifier. Cromwell also has a command span of 6, but he has a +2 combat modifier and a command value of 3. And then the parliamentary left again is Ireton. He also has he has the wrong color on the back. Oh, okay. Okay, I take that back. That isn't necessarily. No, it is wrong. No, it's wrong because if yeah, it is wrong. So this. Yeah, and they're opposite. So this is wrong. This is what I'm referring to. So the colors correspond to the formations. Cromwell's green. Ireton is this orange. Yeah, orange. Like that. And the replacements are a reversed color. Green and orange reversed. All right. Not a big deal if you're aware of it. So Ireton, command value of 2, command span of 5, modifier +1. also has a standing command. So the entire parliamentary army is on the defensive. Now the Royalist left under Langdale. Oh. That doesn't seem right. I'll tell you right now, I don't remember seeing a leader with a dashed command value, combat modifier. Huh. I don't know what to... Anyways, I don't know what to say about that. But he has an advanced command. The Royalist Center is under Astley. Yeah, Astley. Average values. 2 command value, 5 command span, +1 combat modifier. He has an advanced command. And then Rupert has an attack command. And he has a value of 3, 6, and 2. So he's on par with Cromwell. Cromwell and Rupert are portrayed as comparable. Okay, so change of commands. I think my idea for the parliamentary army was to echelon right. So Rupert took off with his cavalry. I'm advancing with Astley in the center here, and then I'm just moving forward. Well, with an advanced command, you have to close distance at least 1 hex, so they're just slowly moving up. And so I think I'm going to have the parliamentary army continue to echelon right. And let's see. I think the parliamentary army is in a fairly good, well, at least I think their center and right are in fairly good defensive positions. So I'm going to have them stay on the defensive. They will look for an opportunity to go over to the offensive, but not clear that they should do that this early.